Hi, I'm Steve Martindale. I was board chair from 2012 to 2013. I worked for Six Flags, for my whole career, 47 years. And as I kind of moved up the hierarchy in Six Flags, I became the director of operations. And the park president at that time was Steve Calloway. Steve was kind of my mentor. I'd worked for him at the park in St. Louis for several years. And then when I got the opportunity, I moved back to Texas. I grew up in Arlington, by the way. So anyway, working for Steve, he wanted to get me engaged in the chamber. And so I came on board as a board member when Steve became the chairman. And I did that for several years, and I just kind of stuck around and kept engaged. And in 2012, I became the chairman. A lot of people do say Six Flags is part of the Arlington skyline, so I made it a point to develop new rides that had a lot of verticality to them. To make that skyline, the Six Flags part of it, even more interesting and more significant. So a lot of the rides that are out there now, some of them anyway, were rides that I intentionally put in and because of their scale, their height, and also positioned them where you could see them from the highways. And it just kind of was a free marketing tactic to market the thousands of people that are going down those highways every day, that it's kind of in your face. Well, I kind of personally felt like I had a responsibility to Arlington and to Six Flags, because Six Flags has always been seen since the early 60s anyway as part of the fabric of Arlington, and in a lot of ways a big part of Arlington's identity. And I felt like that Six Flags needed to be in lockstep with the chamber and be not just represented, but made to feel like they have a leadership role in advancing the initiatives from Arlington. Well, there was kind of a strange dichotomy with me and Six Flags and the chamber, in that when I first started attending board meetings with the chamber, I was extremely intimidated. I was surrounded by all these very smart, strong leaders, guys that were, in my opinion, were kind of the heroes of Arlington business, and I felt like I had a lot to learn. And the more I engaged all these folks, the more I learned, and it really helped me grow as a leader. And it also gave me the opportunity to make some friends and some people that and enjoy spending time with. I still go fishing with a lot of the guys that I was working with back, I guess it's been 13 years ago now. So there's such a valuable repository of knowledge and leadership engaged with the chamber that it's a great place to be if you want to grow and to learn. Well, a lot of people will say AT&T Stadium kind of put Arlington on the map. I don't necessarily think that's where it started. I think Six Flags had a little piece of that. Then the Major League Baseball came to Arlington, and that was another huge piece of giving national recognition to our community. And then AT&T just kind of put the cherry on top with such a fantastic facility that they built, and a great team. But putting all three of those things together, along with all the other qualities and amenities that Arlington has, really put us in the national spotlight. And now people don't think we're Arlington, Virginia anymore. Well, I moved from Fort Worth to Arlington when I was 4. East side of Arlington. The city limits was just on the other side of where Highway 303 is now. Collins Street, 303 ended at Collins Street, and you had to go to Arkansas and then back down to New York to my neighborhood. And it was cornfields, everything south of there. Now it extends miles and miles and miles. So Arlington's expanded. Used to go to baseball games, Dallas-Fort Worth Spurs, and sit on the grass hill down the baselines and chase foul balls. We went to Six Flags as a kid. As a matter of fact, my cousins gave me a picture not too long ago of me and all my cousins at Six Flags, and it was in 1961. It was the year that it opened, and I treasure that picture. Went to school in Arlington, so I always had some kind of engagement with Arlington all the way up until 1983, when I moved with Six Flags to Florida and then again to St. Louis, and I was gone for 18 years. But when I got the chance to come back to Arlington, I jumped at it. And thanks to Mr. Calloway, and he kind of brought me under his wing, and eventually I took the position that he had held after he retired. So I went to UTA, got my degree there. I'm just an Arlington guy. I think the thing that comes back to me, a lot of my time as chair was really just trying to get the financial situation in order and keep things afloat. But the thing that I really took away from being the chair and even just being associated with the chamber was the people that I met, and to see the passion of all the leadership, whether they were chair or on the board or on the executive committee, just getting a chance to be around all these people that were passionate about Arlington. And you could see in almost every case, they would put their personal and their business interests aside for the good of what's best for Arlington. You know, the chamber's kind of had its ups and downs, and it's been strong and it's been weak, but it's always been there, you know, always with the intention of making Arlington a great place to live and work. I think that's because of the passion of the people that are members and that support the chamber. And in the end, all they want is to see Arlington succeed. Well, it's like we talked before, that if you can get the support of all of the major businesses and even the minor businesses, all pulling in the same direction with one central goal, and that's to make Arlington a great place to live and work, I think the chamber is a great way to have a platform, to have support, and have people that will work for the benefit of your business. And when there's sometimes no place else to turn, the chamber's always there and willing to listen. You know, anything else I'd like to say thank you to the chamber staff, the people that helped make all of this happen, and to all the other great leaders that I got the opportunity to learn things from and help support me and help make me successful.